welcome to the Centre for Computing History. I'm Phil, and I'm here with a rather unusual looking console.
Hello. Okay, sit back a bit,
Hello, welcome to the Centre for Computing History. I'm Phil, and I'm here with a rather unusual looking games console. And it is a console, despite looking a lot like a TV.
Hello.
Adrian's here as well. This is the Sega Divers 2000 CX-1. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's actually a really cool machine. It looks amazing. It's sort of like Sonic the Hedgehog and a weird space alien all combined.
And how did it come about?
Somebody was utterly insane and made very, very poor decisions. But that was Sega a lot in the early 2000s. This was actually a collaboration between Sega, Fuji TV network, and a company called CSK, who happened to own Sega since about 84-ish, I think. They're not particularly common, Japan exclusive. People throw around the number 5,000 a lot. I don't actually know how many were produced.
And it cost an awful lot of money back in the day, didn't it?
4 times the cost of a regular Dreamcast, so 800,000 yen plus change. So nobody was buying them, I suppose. I think there was this idea that it was going to be used for the entertainment, hospitality industry. Like you'd have one of these in your hotel room or something, and you'd be really impressed with a place that could go that crazy on your TV. These little antenna things don't do anything, they're just for fun. But on the top is a little lift-up flap, and it's a Sega Dreamcast. You can pop a game disc in there, plug your controller into any of these 4 ports, and start playing. So we've got it playing Power Stone, an unappreciated classic, I think. And it came with its own really quite nice looking green CX-1 branded controller. Also came with a very nice little keyboard. Not quite great for touch typing, but if you're browsing the web on a Dreamcast, you're not going to be writing essays. Yeah, it's got its own little remote, not quite as stylish. A lot of people think you need the remote to flip it into Dreamcast mode. You actually don't. You can just press the bottom of the power button rather than the top, and that flips it into CX-1 mode. It also came with a little camera, so that you could take pictures. It does also unscrew from the base. I'm not quite sure why you wanted to take pictures.
A webcam?
Possibly for video conferencing, I'm not sure, but it unplugs like that, and you've got this little AA battery pack that you can clip on the side, so you can go around, take 15 pictures at a time before you have to copy them off. Very neat. It also had this little doohickey, which you could plug in the supplied microphone and headphone. There's supposed to be some sponge on here, but it's rotted over time.
That's what, excuse me here, I'm just trying to desperately do some damage to my opponent here, and I'm failing really quite miserably.
Yeah, we probably should have practiced the game beforehand. It came with, or at least this one came with, a copy of Visual Park, a registration card, and a couple of manuals. All very useful stuff. We're not doing very well with that, are we?
So what do these 4 buttons on the front do?
Nobody knows because they're not labelled, but if you play around with them, the left-hand one is power, so TV power, Dreamcast power. One of these 2 is channel up, channel down, one is volume. And the third one, fourth one, I think is the menu button. Let me press it and find out. It does nothing.
Not in game mode anyway. Oh my god, I didn't even get a hit on it.
I actually don't know what it does.
Do you really like your Divers 2000 series joypad?
I liked it better when it wasn't being slammed into a table.
Yeah, because that's where I was going. I did actually just abuse it slightly a second ago. Oh, we've even got also a nice little branded VMU here, or is that just it's not VMU, is it? It's just a...
It's just so you can plug in this little headphone microphone thingy.
Okay.
Yeah. You look like an extra from Babylon 5.
There. Would it look better if it was plugged in? Probably not, would it? So that is just literally a microphone. It's not like the normal rumble pack on a normal
It doesn't
Dreamcast.
rumble. I don't think you can save games to it. That's why there's 2
slots. No,
slots.
because then that would be in there, wouldn't it? Okay.
But, like I say, really nice little system. It was announced in, I think, March of 2000 and came out a few months later, almost 1 year before Sega stopped the Dreamcast entirely. So it wasn't on the market for very long.
Now, that's a really crude question here. How much did you pay for it?
I think 300 quid plus shipping from
not bad.
Italy.
Italy. So it took you like 12 years to get it?
Well, the trouble with CRTs is nobody will insure them for shipping, so it went part of the way on the back of some guy's truck who promised to be really careful with it. To be fair, it was in the original box, and the original box is massive. I'm talking that big.
So anyway, I'm just getting totally destroyed at this ridiculous game.
Mm.
God, I've still got this thing on my head. Let's take that off.
You shouldn't have chosen that character.
I didn't choose him. I didn't choose him. I think it got off with me waiting.
That character's basically a hate crime.
Right, so I'm playing this game very, very badly here. And what I have noticed, Phil, is there's some really flashy lights on the side of the console.
Yeah, it lights up. It's tied to the sound. It does it because it's cool. Because they could. You can turn them off.
The thing is, I only notice them because I'm sitting slightly to the side. When you're sat right in front of them, you don't tend to see them. So, was there actually really any point to them at all?
No, it's just because they can. It's the 90s. Well, actually, it was the 2000s. But LEDs were cool again. Like, blue ones hadn't been invented yet, so you had to make do with the green and red ones, and you made them blink constantly all the time.
Well, my goodness me, I've only just won a bout.
And you weren't even trying.
And I wasn't even really trying, but, oh, mind you, I'm going back to my usual trick here of getting completely beaten to a pulp by the look of it. Oh, no, just...
Use a chair.
Oh, dear. Well, I haven't worked out how to pick up a chair yet, let alone...
Use the buttons.
Oh, he's just set fire to me there. Oh, dear.
Okay, you've only got 70 seconds to finish this.
Well,
And he's still got 4 life bars left.
Yeah,
Use the bazooka. It's right there.
bazooka, yeah, how do you even pick it up?
You walk into it.
You walk into it.
You
just...
pick him up.
Walking into it's done nothing.
Then you press the button.
I really should have read the instructions to this game before we even started. I'm just... Oh, dear. Oh, I see, so...
Yeah, you had it there.
Yeah, I did, and then...
You got...
Yeah,
I just got... He got you.
Oh, dear. Oh. I think you ought to have a go at playing this now.
It can't be that difficult, can it? Wait, he won?
He did, yes.
Okay.
It's a lovely picture on the screen, isn't it? It's a good quality old screen, isn't it?
Yeah, it's actually a really nice little 14-inch CRT.
So what we could do now is we could turn this machine off, open it up, and take a look at what's inside.
Yeah, why not?
Join us in a moment.
Goodbye.
So Phil, we've now got 2 of them on the desk with us. One we've taken the top off of, and it's quite interesting inside.
Yeah, so we've got what looks like a fairly standard CRT setup. Big old tube there, plenty of high voltage bits which we don't want to poke. Video inputs come in the back here. Little daughter boards for the controllers and buttons, but no Dreamcast bits apparently.
That is in
The top.
the top. So, there we have our...
Looks like a standard Dreamcast on the outside.
So if I turn it round, there is the bottom half of a Dreamcast.
It's literally a Dreamcast.
Screwed into a plastic chassis.
If you look at the model number, it's literally a bog standard Dreamcast. The only bit that's different is the top bit, the plastic shell. And if you unscrew this and take it off, you can see it's got the standard power supply. It's even got the standard power button on there, and they just make sure to press it on before it leaves the factory. It's insane. From the outside, it looks so custom, so well designed, and on the inside, it's just 2 machines bolted together. Bizarre.
So, the joypads will plug in to the front of the Dreamcast, and then they just go to the ports on the front.
The magic of extender cables. Lots and lots of extender cables. 4 for the ports. AV and serial come out here. Power goes in here. And that just goes off to a little relay somewhere down in the front. When you turn it into Dreamcast mode, it clicks the Dreamcast on, switches to the AV input. And Bob's your uncle. You're playing a Dreamcast, even though you don't know it. And they've got extender cables for everything. I said, did I mention serial? I probably mentioned serial. That goes down here to the MIDI ports. It has MIDI ports, even though I think only one game ever used the MIDI cable for the Dreamcast. It's got a modem, 33.6 kilobits. So you could browse the web at really, really slow speeds.
Just like the real Dreamcast.
Yeah. It's weird, is what it is. And there's 2 little ones that come out to these side panels, which have the LEDs on them. And they're just 12 volts and an audio signal, and there's a little chip on here. The exact same chip you'd find in any hi-fi that does the little level meter, except it drives separate LEDs. It really is weird and neat. The video quality was actually really good, and I'm pretty sure the reason is they're using the RGB output, or the VGA output, whichever one it is, from the AV port. because it's always plugged in. They control the TV side of the board. They can mix it in however they need to. I don't know who made the TV. It's a standard single layer board setup here. There's loads of little links.
Samsung.
Oh, has it got a label on it?
Yeah, Samsung.
Oh yeah, made by Samsung. Oh, there you go. It pays to read the labels.
Okay, so that is a look at the Divers 2000, a very, very interesting, very obscure machine. And if you ever want to see it, we haven't got one here at the museum that we really want to get out of its box too often.
No, I think there's maybe 3 in the UK. Probably some people keeping them quiet, hoarding them as they do. I see you've come around to my way of pronouncing it.
Which is what?
Diverse. A lot of people say divers, but they're all idiots. They're reading it like it's written.
As you kind of would. So, hope you enjoyed our little look at the Divers 2000. And I hope you join us soon for more fun videos.
We'll probably do some boring ones too if you're into that.
Absolutely.
Let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. We'll see you later.
And come and visit us. Now, where is the Dreamcast? Oh, bye.